I love this comment. Let's see how many states Democrats could actually redistrict prior to the 2026 midterms. Let's first look at the big boy, California. With Prop 50 on the ballot this November and all polling indicating that it's going to pass, the Democratic legislature will get a chance to draw new maps before the midterms. They've already released these maps above, where Democrats would pick up anywhere between 4 or 5 seats, but they are not tied to these maps. So if more GOP states decide to gerrymander their races, Democrats could get more aggressive and pick up 7 or 8 seats in California. The next state where Democrats could actually draw new districts is Illinois. You can see here they already have a pretty aggressive map. So if they unpack Chicago, especially if the Voting Rights Act Section 2 were to get thrown out by the Supreme Court, they could pick up maybe 2 or even 3 more seats here, but it would be a tough climb. Then we have Maryland, where Democrats could pretty easily redraw the maps prior to 2026. There, however, is only 1 seat that they could pick up in Maryland. The next big opportunity for Democrats is New York. However, unfortunately, state courts found that partisan gerrymandering violated the state constitution, and this map, which Democrats already tried to get through for 2022, was thrown out. This means there is no real pathway for New York to redraw the districts until the state constitution is changed, and there is no timeline where that is realistic for this upcoming midterm. So the earliest most experts think New York could redraw the maps is for 2028 if they made a push to do so. Next to New York, we have New Jersey. In New Jersey, an independent commission currently draws the map, and therefore Democrats would have to change the state constitution, which again, there is no clear pathway to doing so prior to 2026. Then we have Colorado, another trifecta blue state, where there is a independent commission that voters put into place many years ago. Again, there is no clear pathway to redraw Colorado for 2026. Minnesota requires a bipartisan commission. When that commission could not come to agreement, courts drew this map, and therefore there is no clear way for Minnesota to redistrict for 2026. Then we have Washington State, which only has 2 GOP reps. Again, this is drawn by a commission, and there is no clear pathway to redraw this map prior to 2026. And then finally, we have Virginia. Again, this state required a bipartisan commission, and when that commission could not come to an agreement, courts ended up drawing the map. So even if Democrats win the 2025 governor's race, which is coming up very soon, there is no clear pathway for new maps for 2026. Because many Democratic states decided to unilaterally disarm when it came to partisan gerrymandering and redistricting, there is just not a pathway for most blue states to draw new districts for 2026.